Ever looked at a bunch of fresh, juicy grapes and wondered what really happens before they turn into that perfect bottle of wine? Because what you're about to see is way more advanced, more precise, and honestly, more fascinating than you'd ever expect. This is not just farming. This is a massive, perfectly engineered process where every tiny step decides the final taste. It all begins in endless vineyards, stretching as far as the eye can see. Rows and rows of grapevines, carefully maintained for months. But here's something surprising. Farmers don't actually want too many grapes on a single vine. Yes, you heard that right. They intentionally remove some of them. This process is called thinning. And even though it might seem wasteful, it's actually the secret behind better wine. Because when a vine has fewer grapes, it can focus all its energy into making each one bigger, juicier, and packed with flavor. More sugar, more richness, more quality. And at this stage, everything becomes emotional. Months of hard work, weather conditions, timing, everything leads to this one moment: harvest. Now, instead of picking grapes one by one, modern wineries use powerful harvesting machines. These machines move through the vineyard and gently shake the vines. Not too hard, just enough to loosen the perfectly ripe grapes. And within seconds, thousands of grapes fall off and get collected. Fast, efficient, and incredibly satisfying to watch. Now, before we go deeper into this insane process, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like this video, comment your thoughts, and share it with your friends. Because on System Uncovered, we reveal the hidden processes behind things you use every day. And trust me, it only gets more interesting from here. Once harvested, tons of grapes arrive at the processing factory. But not all grapes are good enough. So the first step is sorting. Only the best quality grapes move forward. Then comes cleaning. The grapes are washed thoroughly to remove dirt, dust, and any unwanted particles from the vineyard. After that, they enter one of the most important machines, the grape crusher. This machine gently breaks the grapes open, releasing the juice inside. But here's the interesting part. They don't just crush and move on. The mixture is constantly rotated and mixed multiple times a day. This helps develop deeper flavors and ensures everything blends perfectly. Next comes pressing. At this stage, the juice is separated from the solid parts, like skins and seeds. What you get now is pure grape juice. Still not wine. Not yet. Before becoming wine, the juice goes through filtration and cleaning processes, removing every impurity, making it crystal clear. And then, the real transformation begins: fermentation. This is where science meets magic. Natural sugars in the grape juice are converted into alcohol using yeast. During this process, carbon dioxide is released, naturally mixing the liquid. And what looks simple actually takes weeks, sometimes even months. Temperature, timing, conditions, everything must be perfectly controlled, because even a small mistake can ruin the entire batch. Once fermentation is complete, the liquid is tested for quality. Only the best batches move forward. Now comes the stage everyone waits for: bottling. Massive automated machines fill thousands of bottles every hour, perfectly measured, no spills, no waste. Each bottle is sealed, labeled, and packed with extreme precision. And just like that, from a simple grape to a premium bottle of wine. But here's the thing. Modern factories don't stop at just one product. Let's move to another fascinating process: tomato sauce. Just like grapes, tomatoes are harvested using advanced machines. These machines shake the plants just enough so only ripe tomatoes fall off. Once inside the factory, they're cleaned immediately because freshness is everything. Then they're chopped and turned into puree. But what makes the sauce truly special is what comes next: fresh garlic. Instead of full automation, workers manually cook the garlic, stirring it carefully, making sure it doesn't burn. Because that aroma, that flavor, that's what gives the sauce its soul. Then spices are added: Salt, sugar, secret blends, everything measured perfectly. And before packaging, there's a unique touch, a fresh basil leaf added to every jar. Simple, but powerful. It slowly infuses flavor over time. Now, let's move to something even more satisfying, Pantanone. This isn't just bread. This is a long, carefully controlled process. The dough is prepared months in advance planning, mixed in massive machines, then left to rest for up to 20 hours. Why? To develop that soft, airy texture. Ingredients like raisins are sourced globally. Every detail matters. After mixing, the dough is shaped, placed in molds, and allowed to rise again, then baked in large ovens. And here's the most unique part. They're cooled upside down. Yes, upside down, to maintain their structure. Factories even run 24/7 during peak season because demand is insanely high. And finally, let's look at caramel apples. Harvested using mechanical tree shakers, hundreds of apples fall within seconds. Then, cleaned, polished, and dried. Sticks are inserted perfectly in the center using machines. Then comes the most satisfying part, dipping in caramel. Thick, smooth, glossy, coating every apple perfectly. And for extra flavor, they're covered in nuts, chocolate, or candy toppings, then sealed in protective packaging. Clean, fresh, ready to eat. So next time you pick up a bottle of wine or a jar of sauce, remember, behind every product, there's a massive system working flawlessly. Machines, people, technology, all combined to deliver perfection. If you enjoyed this video,
Now, if you think the process ends after bottling, think again. Because what happens after packaging is just as important as everything before it. Once the wine bottles are sealed and labeled, they move on to high-speed conveyor systems where they are sorted, scanned, and packed into boxes. These machines don't just pack randomly. They use precision alignment systems to ensure every single bottle is placed perfectly. No breakage, no leakage. From there, the boxes are stacked onto pallets, and this part is fully automated. Robotic arms lift, arrange, and wrap the pallets using stretch film, making them ready for transport. Now imagine this: thousands of bottles moving out of a single factory every hour. That's the level of scale we're talking about. And it doesn't stop there. Before leaving the factory, each batch goes through one final inspection. This includes checking fill levels, seal tightness, label accuracy, and bottle integrity, because even one defective bottle can damage the brand's reputation. Now let's go deeper into something most people never think about: storage. Wine isn't just produced and shipped immediately. In many cases, it is stored under controlled conditions: temperature, humidity, light exposure. Everything is carefully managed, because wine continues to evolve even after bottling. Some wines are aged for months, even years, and during this time, their flavor becomes richer, smoother, and more complex. This is where patience meets perfection. Now, here's something fascinating. Not all wine is made the same way. Different regions, different techniques, different ingredients. For example, red wine is fermented along with grape skins. That's what gives it its deep color and bold flavor. White wine, on the other hand, is usually fermented without the skins, resulting in a lighter, crisper taste. And then there are sparkling wines, where carbon dioxide is trapped inside to create those iconic bubbles. Every variation requires a slightly different process, different timing, different temperature, different expertise. And that's what makes the wine industry so diverse. Now let's shift gears again, because large-scale factories are not just about speed, they are about consistency. Every bottle must taste exactly the same, whether it's produced today or 6 months later. And that requires insane levels of quality control. Advanced sensors monitor sugar levels, alcohol content, acidity balance, all in real time. If something goes off, the system immediately adjusts. This is Industry 4.0 in action. Smart factories, automated decisions, data-driven precision. Now think about this. Millions of people around the world consume wine every single day, and behind every sip, there's an entire ecosystem working silently. Farmers, engineers, machine operators, quality experts, all connected in one massive system. But here's the real question. Is factory production always perfect? Not exactly, because even with automation, human expertise still plays a huge role, especially when it comes to taste. Machines can measure data, but only humans can judge flavor. That's why expert tasters are still involved in the process. They evaluate aroma, texture, and overall quality, and based on that, adjustments are made. Now let's talk about sustainability, because modern factories are not just focused on production, they're also focused on reducing waste. Remember those leftover grape skins and seeds? They are not thrown away. Instead, they are reused. Some are turned into animal feed, others are used to extract oils or even create biofuel. Nothing goes to waste. Even water used in cleaning is recycled and treated, because efficiency today is not just about speed, it's about responsibility. Now, coming back to you, the next time you walk into a store and pick up a bottle of wine, you won't just see a product, you'll see the entire journey behind it, from vineyard to factory, from grape to glass. A journey powered by precision, technology, and human effort. And that's what makes it truly fascinating. If you've made it this far, you're definitely someone who loves discovering how things really work. And that's exactly what we do here. On System Uncovered, we break down the most complex factory processes into simple, satisfying visuals. So if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like this video, drop a comment, and share it with someone who loves this kind of content. Because your support helps us bring more insane behind-the-scenes videos like this. And now, here's something important. If you enjoyed this video, you should definitely check out our next one. How millions of chocolate bars are made every day. Trust me, it's even more satisfying than this one. Just click on the screen right now, and we'll see you there. Until then, stay curious, stay informed, and keep uncovering the system.